Jackson is exhibiting our problem here. He's got neck tension. We want to get rid of this stuff. It runs too common in our day-to-day world. So the first thing that Jackson needs to do is think about that he's got tension, right? Usually stress leads to this stuff. When we have stress, neck muscles come up and they stay up. We need to think about relaxing those muscles. So the first thing I'm gonna have him do is soften your neck, Jackson. Okay. Secondly, you got your shoulder blades behind you. The bottom of them, we're gonna lift up and put back into a pocket, right? So we wanna put the bottom of the shoulder blades into a pocket. So practice this with me. Lift your shoulders up wherever you're at, bring them a little back and let them drop and sink behind you and see if you can feel that pocket presence into what you're doing. Okay, we're starting to make some progress right off the bat here. Next up, breathing, right? Breathing is a big indicator in whether or not our body is starting to get more relaxed or getting into more of that parasympathetic nervous state. So Jackson's doing bigger inhales and longer exhales. Now let's get in some actual movement from here. We're gonna stand up tall. We're gonna pin our shoulders in the same spot, so making sure they're not moving. We're gonna do some head circles. So light circles, trying to go around the entirety of that collar. If you hit a few little limitations along the way, just kind of work with what you can around it. Once again, we're being gentle. Then we switch our sides, do the same thing, and Jackson once again is working on that good breathing. Now the second of these movements from the standing spot, leaving the shoulders in the same spot, again, we're gonna turn the head and look behind us as far as we can. Then we'll come back to center and switch over to that second side. Note how far back you're looking, what you're looking at, because over time, this is something that you can see if your neck mobility and dexterity is increasing. And Jackson's got his breathing to assist through here. Now the last thing we're gonna add into this is using a prop. And we got ourselves a ball. This is a lacrosse ball, you can use a tennis ball. Do want a smaller ball because we're gonna get into the inside of his shoulder blade, closest to that spine. So right under that shoulder blade, usually there's a lot of tension, and this has a profound effect on how neck tension can go up top as well. Now Jackson's gonna find a spot that speaks to him, usually it's gonna be a little tight or bright, and then he's gonna start mobilizing his arm. And he's gonna start mobilizing it in kind of the full range of motion. So not just up and down, but he'll also do some ins and outs or some circles along the way as well. And lastly, he's put that breathing into what he's done. So this can be some really easy tips and tricks to toss into the middle of a day, take a moment or two to stand up and help loosen your neck tension, keep your stress levels down, and keep you successful with your days ahead.